Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Kingdoms Reborn, playing with the Emirates, slowly and steadily falling further and further behind the AI because they're apparently a lot better at this game than I am. But you know what? I'm being aggressive and I'm conquering people, so I'm going to say that I'm winning in some way. As far as like raw influence, I'm winning, even if I probably don't deserve it or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we are gradually expanding out our infrastructure out over here. Plenty more farming and such going on in this general direction. Starting to build out some more homes over here with the goal of creating a large neighborhood. Let's not forget that I will also be able to start getting some gemstones extracted, and those are worth a pretty reasonable amount of money. Sitting on way more agave than I need, so I can actually afford to swap some more of these guys over to cactus fruit just for some food. And I think we'll have enough agave to keep making plenty more tequila, so that's going to end up being fine for a level 2 luxury. Not that I think anyone's really using any of that right now, because until these guys level up a little bit further, they don't actually make use of level 2 luxuries, so it's kind of a wasted effort. If I have excess, I'll sell it for 44 gold each. What we really need to do here is start producing all of the furniture, which is what I'm doing now. So a little bit by little bit, we're starting to get level 4 houses, as shown right there. I don't know which one upgraded, but a house did upgrade somewhere. Where was my level 4 house? We got one somewhere. I know we did. It probably looks different from all the others. Did it go down over here? Where's my level 4 house? You said that there it is. All right, 24 gold from that house and 11.4 science. Is, interestingly enough, not as good as a house that is located next to a library, which goes to show just how valuable a library is for an extra 50% science. Nonetheless, these guys are getting me some value, and now they're going to be able to start taking some tequila, so this house is probably going to turn into level 5 faster than you would expect. And that's why we really need to get this furniture up and running. By the way, I know at the end of the last video I asked a kind of dumb question, but my question was, when am I going to get some wheat seeds again? I need to get wheat seeds so I can start producing bread. Answer, you go to the upgrades tree down over here. I haven't touched this, to my own detriment. We've been working so much on basic tech and things like foreign relations, I've ignored this. Let's not forget that, one, the wheat seeds are here. That's fine. Cabbage, too. But also a bunch of cards, like productivity and stuff. And, apparently, better military units. So I'll be able to actually fight people. And we'll be able to get things like building combos, so we'll get extra value out of some of this. Shrubs, if you want it. Heating tech, so wood and coal get more heat. Better farms, better ranches. Like, these are all things that we actually do want. So we should probably do this. Not to mention homebrew, as a government policy, would allow me to get a fair bit of extra science because pretty much everyone has pottery. That's one of the only luxuries that I seem to be actually producing a reasonable amount of over here. So, yeah, we need to be getting on that. We need to get on those dang upgrades. I'm going to finish foreign relations because I still want to find out what my options are with some of my vassals over here. I'd like to know if I can actually release these guys as a vassal and then attack them so I can take this. But then again, I don't necessarily want to set up a colony over here extracting iron. So maybe trading with them so that they export some iron is a good idea. I mean, we could test this. What if, hang on for a second, just bear with me. What if I just built out a whole bunch of roads, like way out over here or something? I don't know. We'll say a road like out over this direction, and then it goes way up over here, and then it goes down over this way along the mountain. Then we swap it over to inner city roads. This is where I have to start paying money, and we connect it like this. Boom, we now have that. Connect trade route. Need inner city road to establish trade route. Connect your town hall to target town hall with a road. I'm pretty sure I just did. Or, no, I'm sorry. It actually has to get built. All these roads have to be built by my people first. Oh, whoops. Okay. Well, we'll get that in a second. Productivity. Boom. Let's go ahead and get one of those going. Could toss that onto something. Maybe. We're not actually producing any clay anymore because I don't have enough workers for anything. Gosh dang it. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and toss it into here so we produce a little bit extra furniture. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. We have our first level 5 house. Knew that was going to happen. Take a look at that. It looks pretty cool. Nice big brick house. Beautiful. So this produces even more income and science. Not much, though. Why do I feel like it gave me less science somehow? I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah, we're going to have some level 5 houses now available if we can just start building out these dang roads. Once these are built, we can connect a trade route, and I can see what the heck happens with that. In the meantime, my population has grown, and I still don't have enough food. Shocker. All right, let's go to that upgrades tree. What do I want? So do we want to start working on... We could go for better military units and conquer people faster. There's something to be said about that, but that would take a lot of money. Let's go ahead and learn about those wheat seeds. This will take very little time for me to knock out. We do get an embassy, so we will get extra income of some sort. Must be built on another player's town. Very well. We can go ahead and place one over here. You are, after all, my vassal, so I feel like we might as well do this. Okay, I just tried to place down the embassy over here again now that I have some money, and they actually rejected it. They want to have 50 relationship. Declare friendship? Okay, that did boost it a tiny bit. Marry out daughter or son gets another 50. We are family. I'm guessing another option is to add in a small amount of money. Gift? And what does that do for me? Nothing. So, if you attack people, is there literally any way to do this? Let's see. Probably not. Let's try this down over here. We got a bit of money, declare friendship, marry out a daughter or a son. So that's a thing now. And we still got enough money that I think I can place down an embassy. First, let me... What's this? Water farm management? I don't care about that. Building combo, let's just go ahead and knock that out. Embassy, if I place you over here somewhere, are you going to accept that this time? You didn't leave me a lot of space to put it, though, I'm going to be honest. What about over here? This seems like a nice place. Perfect. Let's go ahead and place this down here. Successfully built, and now we gain extra 50 influence per round. And I think they just upgraded this for me. Or something. It had options, and all of a sudden it's done. Hotel chain, gain income equal to 20% of the revenue from hotels in this town that is built by you. I can build hotels? Foreign management or investment? Each foreign building built gives influence equal to 50% of its cost. Fascinating. So, yeah, apparently this just gets me lots and lots and lots of influence now. Well, that's nice. I've got an extra passive influence boost. And we've built a friendship. Yay! I've got friends now, ladies and gentlemen. It's insane. I've actually got friends. Whoa! Something just went sploosh. All right. So combos have apparently been boosted across the board. That's great. A mosque? First mosque grants victory score and job happiness across the entire city. That seems pretty good. All right. Let's go ahead and start getting some of these books going because I need to start boosting up my raw efficiency. But, so now we have combos across the board. For every building, including farms, by the way. So, 2 of the same type building get 5%, 4 of the same type of building get 10%, 8 of the same type of building get 15%. So, like all my ranches, for example, I only have 3, so we get a 5% boost there. If I build one more, we get a little bit more. All my farms should have just gotten a 15% boost, which is pretty substantial. So, we're going to be producing ourselves a lot more food and herbs all of a sudden. That's great. Very glad to hear it. Okay, I'm about to finish researching the archer tech, so I'm curious how much better those guys are going to be, and then we have swordsmen and stuff like that. Aside from boosting up things like, let's say, more farming tech, or maybe better quarries and stuff, that could be pretty good. Chimney restrictor, not going to worry about that right now. Ranching, heating. You know, we could probably benefit from some basic heating tech. It's pretty easy to build this up. It's a very cheap card, relatively. But 5% more heat, I don't know. Maybe it just helps my coal last a bit longer, because we never, and I mean pretty much never, have been able to get enough coal. So range units do take up. It looks like, I think they do actually take up population in order to train these guys. I haven't actually checked this the whole time, but I think that's true. Costs a little much. 600 HP, 3 defense, 32 attack. I'm guessing these are backline units automatically, so what you would do is train up a bunch of warriors plus a few archers, and then you just rain hell down upon people. I'm going to train one and just sort of see what happens, since I'm actively attacking someone right now. I want to make sure that reinforcement works the way that I think it will. And once that's done, hopefully we end up finding that we're doing so much extra damage that we can go on some massive conquest sprees against the level 5 and level 6 AIs that are all over the place. So toss in the archer, and yeah, sure enough, now we're starting to do a lot more damage over here. Okay. Yeah, that's the way to go. You train up some swordsmen or some warriors, some sort of a front line plus some archers, and if it's set up correctly, I assume it automatically moves the archers to the back line, and I don't have to do that myself. If that's the case, though, that's the way to go. Now you've got a front line, you just start raining death upon them, get as much DPS out there as possible. So there is some form of tactics, I suppose. Oh, good. We finally finished a segment of road. Okay, so now I've established trade routes between Jarbrek and the Emirates. So income varies with the population of both cities. Oh, hello. It looks like by connecting it, we straight out just get extra income. Interesting. Caravanserai is now an option. Bring profit from land trade routes. I'll buy one, sure. Give profits to both destinations. Must be inside my territory. Cool. So what? I just set one up like over here or something? Doesn't matter too much where I place it? As long as it's somewhere on the route, is that sufficient? Can anyone answer these questions for me? Because the game sure as heck isn't telling me. Okay, let's see. I've just set up a caravanserai, which gets me profit per trip. You have to choose which trade route you want it to fix. Are you telling me? Oh, but we have to import. Okay, so this only works if you are planning on sending them pottery, which I'm not. So this building doesn't do me a lot of good. So this is just to take advantage of their desired imports, I guess. Boo. All right, so the caravanserai doesn't do me a lot of good then. How much value do we actually get out of heating technology when you look at it? Coal efficiency right now for a non-hearth fireplace, 270% coal heating efficiency. It's actually 330% if you do the hearth upgrade. So that's another 10%. So every time we do this research, we're boosting ourselves by 10%. I don't know how good that really is. Obviously, when you get all of it, it stacks up a lot. It just takes forever to get up to that point. Okay. Well, something I think I will do is continue working on some additional farming tech and stuff. We might as well keep boosting that up. That's a very easy way to keep boosting up my food production, which we have been kind of holding our own on for a little bit at least, which ain't bad. Once this is done, though, I'm going to go swap over to baking. And the reason why is I'd like to get a windmill to boost up all of our surrounding farms by a fair bit, but also, instead of producing regular bread, as the Emirates, we produce pitas. That's a new type of material, so I'd like to produce it just as a matter of, like, principle. I think that'd be kind of fun. Okay, the baking tech is done. Do I want to get windmills? Yes. Do I want to get pita bakeries? Yes. Why not? That sounds like fun. All right, so the windmills... Wow, this is a weird-looking windmill. What the heck? This is weird. Okay, well, we're going to place one of these over here close to a lot of these nearby farms. Not a ton of them. Not all of them. Obviously, if we shifted at least one of these farms around, we get more value. In fact, that's kind of the way to go, ain't it? We're going to go ahead and demolish this farm before they can invest too much more effort in it. We'll plant down a quick little windmill here to boost up even more farms. And then we'll place this person's livelihood right over here. Sorry, didn't mean to destroy everything you've worked so hard for, but at the same time, eminent domain is a powerful thing. All right, so we'll place a couple replacement farms down over there. This is going to get me a lot more value. I've decided, by the way, you should always, always, always accept immigrants in, even if you don't have housing space, because it's just a guaranteed way to get more cards. That in and of itself just feels very valuable to me. I mean, cards are kind of hard to come by unless you're willing to sit around and wait for your science. Now, yes, at some point, we're going to be able to start crafting our own cards, and that's obviously pretty good. But, I mean, why bother with that right now? Why wait? I mean, we might as well get value immediately, right? I've got 45,000 influence, by the way. I think we should just go ahead and just start claiming more territory. Why not? Find grape seeds. Awesome. We'll go up over here as well, and I'm just going to tell Uppsala, sorry, man. You're not allowed to claim any of this land. This is all going to end up being mine. All this tundra is going to be mine. The reason we might as well claim a lot of this, in my opinion, is because, again, you get base income for every territory you take. So if this just lets me get a lot more money, like, how could that be a bad thing? Am I right? For some reason, by the way, this is like an inaccessible territory. You literally can't get this one for some reason. That's weird. Okay, well, anyway, just keep spending all the influence. Might as well. Look at our glorious borders. We're huge, boys! Let's see. I think we actually have just recently produced some wheat, if I understand correctly. At the very least, my pita bakery does, in fact, have some of the wheat flour it needs in order to do something. Where would I find my excess wheat, though? I don't see that here. Have we already used all of it up? Is that already a thing? Statistics, resources, wheat flour produce. Seems like we produce 124, not consuming enough yet. Okay. One thing I will do is actually buy some paper, because 1% productivity for every level 5 house in the city obviously is pretty darn good, and we do have some level 5 houses, so I would get some benefit out of that right away. So I'm going to go ahead and just buy 25 paper. It's only going to cost me 600 gold, but in my opinion, absolutely worth it. There we go. So just like that, 13 wheat flour and 2 coal make almost 100 food. That's pretty good, all things considered. That's a lot of food that we should be able to start producing. So yeah, maybe we don't care about things like cactus fruit that much anymore. I mean, we do want to have some, like, resource variety for people to be happy, but this could be my way out of all of these food issues going forward if we can just produce a load of wheat. I mean, let's see. How much wheat flour do we get? So we do gain some wheat flour. If I got a sustainability book and a production book over here, we could turn 1 wheat into, like, let's say 1.4 flour. And all that flour, only 13, becomes 98 food. So every 1 wheat could turn into, like, 4 food, if my head math sounds anywhere close to correct. I mean, that's huge, especially if I'm able to farm out, let's say, almost 500, actually. About 500 or so wheat, turning into a couple thousand food per year. This might be how I get out of the food slump so I can finally get my workers onto more important things. By the way, let's go ahead and finally get that carpet weaver up and running, since I do have enough houses that are level 2. Finally! And after that, I can start going for medicine maker, and that will take these medicinal herbs and turn them into much better, longer-lasting medicine that actually sticks around. Carpet weaver, I still don't know what they're made of, but alright, let's go ahead and find out. Make it from wool and from dye. Well, if I wanted to set up a colony down over here, we actually could, believe it or not, farm some dyes. So that's not too far-fetched. I might want to do that. The only problem is I'm holding on to cards that I don't need, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of that. I'm also going to get rid of the Forester card, because we don't have any tree farmable areas around, at least not my population centers, for a while. So I don't see that as being particularly valuable. Still holding on to this Master Potter card, and maybe I shouldn't be, but we are nonetheless. So yeah, harvest time is on the way. Let's just sort of see what happens as far as this windmill, and keep an eye on our food. Because if I'm correct, we should be able to bump up to several thousand extra food production here. But we're probably going to be a little bit limited by only 1 pita bakery. We might need a second windmill and a second bakery in order to really make this worthwhile. So Havre, right down over here, how you doing? You have a musketeer who has pretty good HP and defense, but only 25 attack, and you only have 1 of them, which I feel like isn't enough. So I'm going to go ahead and toss in all my swordsmen to start. You have 18 militia, you'll send in 1 musketeer. There's the wall. Then we'll reinforce you with a couple of catapults, and I'm going to reinforce with all 6 archers. If the archers can shoot over the walls, I start to understand this, but I feel like the catapults shouldn't be to shoot over walls. They should be to destroy walls quickly so your melee can do the rest of the work. That's how I feel like it ought to be. Now, that said, it sure as heck looks like the catapult is not shooting over the walls. It is attacking the walls directly, in which case, it's just, I mean, 72 attacks should be a lot. It feels like it's not doing much, though. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in this? It feels like these guys are doing very, very little. Huh. Yeah, okay, this is an extremely costly attack. oh, I lose 1 out of 3 troops. All right, never mind. Well, okay, I said no, didn't I? Are you sure you want to retreat? I said no, and it retreated anyway. Did you notice that? Or did I misclick? I'll have to review the evidence in a little bit. But if that's correct, that's a bug. They should get that fixed soon. All right, let's try this again, since I didn't actually intend to abandon my assault of these folks. Plus, I'm pretty sure we've already burned our bridge as far as their happiness with me. They have more musketeers? Ugh. All right, toss in the swordsmen to start. Follow that by the catapults, the archers, plus I wanted to send in a couple of galleys, but interestingly enough, that doesn't work. Why? Oh, you're not technically coastal. I thought you were. Well, darn. So the galleys aren't actually very useful to me then. Oh, that sucks. All right. Well, I'm anticipating we're going to have a lot of losses on this to conquer this player. It's probably still worth it, but they're going to do a lot of damage. Wow. Wow. Yeah, where do I get in on that action as far as the Musketeers? I'm pretty sure they're going to be killing units almost as fast as I can train them. I suppose one thing I could do is start opening up some beer brewing operations. I mean, it doesn't seem like the best thing to do with my time and my wheat, but I mean, the only way I'm going to be able to get through this slump of a lack of luxuries is to produce more luxuries of any kind, honestly, except for tulips. Tulips is the only thing I am consistently producing more than I need. And I guess to an extent tequila, but like we're barely starting to tread even on furniture with the 3 workshops I've got now, and that'll boost up once I start getting some additional books. Potters, you know, I need to get a 4th potter going just so I can get more efficiency out of Potter Town. That would make a big difference. I'm going to start setting up some additional farms over here to produce even more wheat. And by the way, I love that you can actually have non-square shaped farms and it actually doesn't like cancel just because one of these squares is red over here. It actually lets you keep doing this. That's really, really nice. So we'll start producing more wheat over there and I'll use that wheat and hopefully produce a bunch of beer. And you know, people may not have furniture, but if they have beer, then that's enough luxuries to keep them up to tier level 4, because I've got enough houses, we know that from the Carpet Weaver, I just need them consistently at level 4 so that I can get up to the Enlightenment era, and then even if I have to start buying loads of paper and stuff, just that alone will upgrade a whole bunch of buildings and make things even better. This battle is going to go for freaking ever, and so much of it is because of this right here. Minus 61% due to distance from the capital. I am having to invest way too many resources in conquering people who really aren't going to give me much except for a massive amount of influence, which, lo and behold, I don't really have a lot of use for, if I'm honest. What am I going to do with more influence? I mean, I can't even buy any more tiles, I don't think, because you're limited to buying within 7 tiles radius of your capital. So, like, for example, over here in the Tundra, I can't buy any of this stuff. It's too far away. So I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything with this much influence. It's ridiculous. Oh, goody. We finally conquered these guys. Okay. Well, that took forever. All right. So now I'm going to gain what out of these guys? A lot of money and a lot of influence. Okay. Was that even remotely worth it? Probably not, if I'm completely honest, but at least technically it's one more player that's down for the count, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss all these military cards elsewhere so they're not taking up my space. In the meantime, how are we doing back home? Well, we're sort of okay on food. The pitas are not doing it as well as they ought to, considering their value, and that's exclusively because of their work speed, which is one of the reasons that getting up to something like the Enlightenment era to get that work speed up would be a pretty huge boost for me. And now I'm in a position where, despite the fact that my population is as high as it's ever been, I don't have enough workers to maintain a lot of my non-raw goods types of buildings. Heck, not everyone's even able to man all of the farms. Like, all of this is kind of messed up at the moment. So I'm trying to bring in lots of immigrants. I'm trying to build up houses to retain all of them and enough food to keep them alive, but yeah, we're in a lot of trouble here. I simply can't seem to actually get enough of a footing. It feels like I am constantly climbing uphill despite my best efforts. Which I think you'll all understand is a little on the frustrating side. I did set up another trading company over here just so I would be able to start importing some coal in the event that we find ourselves needing it. So I'm going to add in an auto import order over here just to make sure if we ever find ourselves in a situation where people are dying off, then we are going to buy some more. The same thing needs to be true with something like medicinal herbs. Now, medicinal herbs cost 6 gold to buy. We can turn that into medicine with the medicine maker, and 12 become 25. And medicine is worth twice as much as the herbs. So it's not that different, really, from me just buying the medicine at that point. And then I don't have to worry about my workers turning it into medicine, do I? Oh, yeah, all right. So it's pretty much not worth doing this at all. Okay, well, there's a lot that I need to figure out here, unfortunately. I'm not thrilled about it, but there is a lot I need to do, and we're having a really rough time of it. I just needed my population to grow enough, and I need my food production to grow enough that I can actually unleash the power of industry, but by God, it just ain't working out that way. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.